I'm excited. Here we go. Hossein strike back.
What a welcome. That was disdainful. Smashed. That is pure brute force. Wonderfully struck. Has that been taken? That is unbelievable. That's it. Victory to the West Indies. What a way to open his account, the Jamaican. Down the track. Smashed. Hossein strike back. Two under it. That's gone. That's disappeared. That will be it. It's victory for the West Indies, who take the series 3-0.
Yes, the white ball leg of this South African tour of the Caribbean about to begin here against the West Indies, the host nation at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in South Trinidad, the first of 3 T20 internationals.
First ball of the first T20 international. As we often see with Akeal Hussain, he opens the bowling for the West Indies, bowls in the power play phase of the innings. There's the first wicket. Here's an impact bowler, Matthew Ford. So skillful in swinging the ball and getting lateral movement. And he's done it once more. First wicket for the West Indies, that of Rickleton.
Yeah, you talk about the young man being impressive. Ryan Rickleton, he won't be impressed with that shot because it was wide, it was with an offer, but there's absolutely no stopping that young man from impressing. Ryan Rickleton goes for 4, South Africa 5 for 1.
Backed away. That's a nice looking stroke from the captain. Got a little bit of wit, and he's so powerful, square of the wicket on the back foot.
Yeah, this is one thing that Aiden Markham does so well. If you're going to afford him any loose deliveries, he's really going to pounce, and you can see he's making his intentions clear from ball 1. Yeah, that's a brilliant shot.
First sweep comes out. Executed quite well, playing with the turn. That's very, very good from Aiden Markham.
Yeah, the mindset of the modern day player. Been beaten first ball. He's decided that he needs to be innovative. He's not going to be the guinea pig and just watch it turn past his outside edge.
Straight to the fielder in that mid-on position. So the pressure of being proactive with his field placing working in favor of Matthew Ford and the West Indies. Second wicket down, and it's a biggie, that of the skipper.
Yeah, it's worked. It's worked for Ford. Set the field early on. Pushed the second fielder into the leg side, almost expecting him to hit it leg side, did Aiden Markham. Just sits in the surface. Yeah, and that's an excellent catch. He's in business for a second time in this power play. Matthew Ford gets rid of the South African captain, goes for 14. 23 for 2 now.
And this will be a chance, a first wicket for Joseph in this series in his very first delivery. Not the best of deliveries, but they'll take it. The West Indies have got 3.
First ball, what a start for this young man. It's becoming sort of a habit for Shamar Joseph. First ball in Test match cricket, first ball in this series. Leading edge and traveling all the way to deep third. Absolutely no mistake from Akeal Hussain. This has been a wondrous start for the West Indies. Another wicket goes Hendricks for 4, 23 for 3.
He's so good, Tristan Stubbs, slowly approaching one of the most innovative players in the world for shots like that.
Yeah, Vernon Philander was mentioning it a little bit earlier, the modern day player. This has become such a simple shot for someone like Tristan Stubbs. He plays it at will, at ease.
And was there a feather on it? They're celebrating and the finger is raised. Joseph again, golden arm.
Yeah, he celebrated initially, and then he backed off, and then started celebrating again. Shamar Joseph, first ball of his second over. Remember, he took a wicket first ball of his first over. Again, similar lined delivery. This time, another feather through to Nicholas Pooran. Wickets in abundance. Rassi van der Dussen goes for 5. 33 for 4.
Really nicely timed. And that is his potential that he's shown at different stages of his short career so far.
Yeah, that was aesthetically pleasing on the eye. Just on top of the bounce. And a fusion of placement and timing. Exquisite from Donovan Ferreira.
Straight to the fielder. And that familiarity, Hossein gets Ferreira again.
Yeah, excellent bit of captaincy from Rothman Powell to reintroduce Akil Hussain ahead of Gudakesh Moti. And that move has paid rich dividends. Another wicket falls. Half the team down. Ferreira trying to deliberately go over the fielder, over the infield, but not enough elevation. And the other left-hand orthodox, Gudakesh Moti, makes absolutely no mistake. Elation for Hussain. Ferreira goes for 8, 42 for 5.
Looking to see if he can get something moving, and it does go out towards the bigger side, and there is enough on it from Kruger. He still has a look at the bottom of the bat.
First boundary after 29 deliveries, and that is a massive hit. That has cleared the 74-meter boundary by about 15 meters. What Chase is usually good at is bowling into the surface, even against his negative matchup.
Pumped. Down to long on and on to the roof. That's a massive hit from Tristan Stubbs. They're turning it on. Stacey and King.
A marvelous strike from Tristan Stubbs. We mentioned that partnership, it's only growing from here. Confidence from both players.
That's in the gap. Precision from Kruger, and they will find an early boundary in the over.
Now, this has been an excellent innings thus far from Kruger. Hasn't tried to force a scoring, has waited on deliveries. They're just using the pace. He beats backward point, and because of the field restrictions, of course, runs away for 4.
Pumped in front of square. He was setting himself for yet another slow delivery, and he was ready for it on this occasion. So a 6 to follow the first 4 of the first delivery of the over.
Okay, what a shot.
Shepherd. Edge. And there will be another boundary, which will mark the 50 partnership between these two, 53 to be exact. After 40, 95 for 5. In the gap. Oh, doesn't stop it. Gudakesh Moti running around, brings up the 100 for South Africa, so not a boundary less over from Shamar Joseph. 103 for 5 after 15.
The amazing positioning from Kruger. He stepped away to open up scoring on the offside. But he should have done better.
Innovation from Tristan Stubbs. That's a shot we've seen from him very often, executed to perfection on this occasion.
It's a beauty to behold every time you see him play this shot. I mentioned working on those sweeps and gets the bounce, gets the length that he wants.
And he strikes again. Brilliant from Matthew Ford. He's having an outstanding game. Yeah, you can hear it.
Yeah, he can do absolutely no wrong. Matthew Ford into the attack. His captain needed wickets, and he has got the big man. Yeah, third time today he's in the wickets column for the West Indies. It's the dangerous Patrick Kruger. He goes for 44. Well played innings. He's got his team back into this contest. South Africa 113 for 6.
Just a high-class shot from Tristan Stubbs. He soaked up some pressure while Kruger was going at the other end. It's his chance now to accelerate.
Yeah, and I'm talking about momentum. He's really pushed hard the delivery before this to get back for that second over pitch on this occasion, and he's taken full advantage.
That's hit the bat and hit the gap quite nicely. Back-to-back fours.
Yeah, I just get the feeling that Matthew Ford is falling in the trap here. One, you need to identify what it is that batters want at this juncture of the game. They want pace on deliveries.
Misfield. And that's where Stubbs was aiming to give himself room to hit it through extra cover or over. That's not special fielding, should have been stopped.
Yeah, he moved quite early. You can see he's getting himself way outside the leg stump in order to create that room.
He's just such a good player. He's a wonderful player in the making. His second T20 international half-century. After spending deliveries to get himself in and playing second fiddle, he's now trying to accelerate.
Yeah, and we've seen this kind of innings from Tristan Stubbs at domestic level, at the SA20 level. I called it earlier, this game calls for individual brilliance.
6. And 17 off the over. Tristan Stubbs, 59, 149 for 6. And 1 delivery to go in the 19th over.
Yeah, he's had to work extremely hard to get himself in on the surface, Tristan Stubbs. But he's gone from the conservative Stubbs to the Stubbs show. Yeah, it's a wonderful position he gets himself into. There was no pace to work with.
Oh no, and that sneaked over the boundary, Akeal Hussain, and that went to his strong hand. And another no ball, my goodness. Only 3 fielders in the circle. Someone forgot their wares. If a ramp shot might be on. Wow. That's forward, ricocheted off Romario Shepherd, and still enough power on it to get for 4.
Yeah, this is absolutely bullied from Tristan Stubbs. You can see he's searching for the Yorker length. It's a full toss, but wow, he's absolutely muscled this.
Always a risk with the short fine leg in play. This is some exhibition of batting from Tristan Stubbs. 70 now from 40.
Yeah, the danger that I was alluding to earlier was if you don't get the line right from that angle, it's going to be easy pickings. You can see he's trying to get the Yorker in there, but the line absolutely obscured.
Wow! That is some muscle. That has cleared that 74-meter boundary, cleared the playing surface. And to think that Stubbs was 24 from 22.
Yeah, if you're in the Orange Army back home, SA20, we've seen him done this so often for the Sunrisers Eastern Cape.
That'll be the end of him. But it has been a very impactful innings. And pace off from Romario Shepherd does the work. But what an innings and exhibition of batsmanship and power.
Yeah, we have cried out for pace being taken off on this surface, and the first time he's resolved to it, he's got the big wicket. Take a bow, ladies and gentlemen. Tristan Stubbs, 76 of just 42 deliveries. South Africa now 173 for 7.
Youngest debutant for South Africa in T20 international cricket, breaking Kagiso Rabada's initial record, but this is a recovery that has been brilliant by South Africa on the back of Kruger and Tristan Stubbs, and then followed up with Fortain's contribution to a half-century partnership, and from 42 for 5, South Africa ended 174 for 7.
Yeah, there's been some turnaround. An order that was dominated with a new ball. Rickleton falling forward to Ford. Hendricks, Markham as well falling in that power play. In many ways, 3 down in the power play, you'll have your back against the wall. But then Tristan Stubbs got together with Patrick Kruger to form that partnership that really took the momentum away from this West Indies bowling lineup. Yeah, Tristan Stubbs falling for 76. And equally important, that innings of Patrick Kruger, 44, 32 deliveries.
Just the modern T20 game, there's a little bit of an absorption of pressure, not much, just a few deliveries, and then guys just keep playing positively. So Ford was outstanding though. His name is up in lights with 3 for 27, wickets up front and a key wicket at the back end of Kruger. Shamar Joseph had a couple of wickets in his first 2 overs, 1 for Akil Hussain, whose figures also look pretty good, and Shepherd 1 for 39 from 3.
This time plays the conventional one, and it's a maximum into the smaller boundary as well.
Yeah, that's one of his strengths. The conventional sweep, the reverse sweep. We saw that in the innings of 92 in the Test series. And he relies heavily on it once more. When he's back against the wall, he executes. He comes up trump on that occasion.
That is extremely good from Shea Hope. Top class.
He's so good on the eyes, Shea Hope. It's a really good technique. Looks very pleasing when he's on the front foot driving the ball, full face of the bat. They'll often say when you see a stroke like this, and he gets the most out of it.
Well-controlled shot from Shea Hope, understanding where backward square was, able to find a boundary. West Indies growing in confidence, 34 for none. Yeah, slightly shorter this time from Neil Bartman, and Shea Hope just riding the bounce, knowing where that deep field, the leg side was.
Nandre Bilger. Hit well enough, even into the big side of the ground. I don't think it came off from that indication there of the absolute middle of the bat. But it's traveled for 6.
Exquisite from Martinez. Yeah, short length delivery and into the leg side. Yeah, really good positioning from Martinez. 74-meter-6.
Nice. He got the whiff, and the deep third had actually gone wider as opposed to being an orthodox deep third position. Smart from Alec Afanase.
Yeah, shot that. Just using the gentle guide this time around, using the pace from Berger. Pressure's on, then runs from 2 balls.
And Afanase sweeps himself to another boundary.
Another massive stroke from Ali Cartanays. Kids are enjoying it. He scored a number of runs on the leg side, especially with this sweep shot. Really favors it.
Yes, and it's proving expensive here as well. Nice, lovely ball striking from Sheho.
Incredible ball striking. Again, just knowing where those fielders are placed. It goes high, goes hard, goes for maximum.
Oh, little blooper, that should have been stopped. Got around, did the hard work and could not pull it back in.
Yeah, slug sweep into the leg side from Shea Hope. Fielder did all the hard work, got around to the delivery, but just couldn't keep it in.
That looks as though it has distance on it. This has been a magnificent power play. 75 without loss.
Brilliant once again from Shea Hope. Didn't even have a look to see where that ball was going because the connection was on point.
Has he got enough on it? He has. Yes, he has. Good effort. Really good effort by Queen Mapaka. But he couldn't get his hands on it.
It would have taken some catching, to be honest. He opted for the reverse sweep, but just got a top edge. He had to spin around a couple times, but really good effort.
Yep, not a strong down that area, you see. That's good. Good length, and the opening partnership is finally broken by O'Neill Bartman.
Yeah, we spoke earlier about his scoring areas, and this wasn't one of them. Hitting down the track, didn't quite get the elevation he wanted. And an easy catch for Aidan Markram. West Indies lose their first. Ali Cartanays goes for a very well played 40. It's 84 for 1.
Catch it. Over long off. And that is the sheer power of Nicholas Pooran, and he doesn't miss out on his matchup.
Yeah, this is the fashion that he operates in, Nicholas Pooran. He's identified that this will be his matchup. And just look at the flow and the swing of that willow. Bjorn Vertain slightly quicker through the air, but beautiful weight distribution.
And that is glorious. Mid-off up, easy pickings for Nicholas Pooran.
Yeah, and this is the reason why you want Nicholas Pooran to get in. It's a slow ball, he's picked it early. It's that beautiful swing of the blade once more. You can see he's trying to bowl the slower ball in Andre Berger, but just look at the position he gets himself in.
Attempted pace off, he has crunched that. Back-to-back sixes, pressure on.
Yeah, I think he's said, I've had enough of this. I want to get this game over and done with, Nicholas Pooran. It's a pace-off delivery, but it's a full toss. And that one has gone the distance of 100 meters. Yeah, it's real tough now for the bowlers.
This is majestic T20 batting from the best in the world. 3 sixes in the over.
Absolutely brilliant. We know he possesses the power hitting ability. On this occasion, that's in the slot. And Nicholas Pooran said, I'll have some of you, Andre Berger. The quicker you come, the quicker you'll go.
Nicely done by Shea Hope. He's been going at a good strike rate. He's got a half century, and it's his 4th in the format. 135 for 1.
Yeah, applause from his teammates and of course from the fans who are in here. It's been a controlled effort from Shea Hope, 3 sixes and 2 fours.
On target he is. Has that not slipped down the leg side? Gregory Brathwaite says no. He's happy, but the review has happened straight away.
Here comes ball tracking, original decision out, pitching in line, impact in line, wickets, umpire's call. I'm ready to go back on field to Greg. Greg, you can stay with your out decision. You're on screen, signal now.
Decision upheld by the umpire. That will mean the end of Shea Hope. Having just registered a half century, he has to make his way back to the pavilion. West Indies now 138 for 2.
Runs. Continuing with the shorter length is Mafaka, but straying a little bit leg side.
Yeah, got away earlier in the over, but doesn't get away this time. So it goes left of the fielder who's unable to haul it in. And another boundary to Nicholas Pooran. He's raced along.
Onto it so quickly. He picks up the length early, and it sails over the boundary rope. Wonderful batting from Nicholas Pooran. Takes him to a half century. 6 sixes in the innings.
And I think that he is smelling blood, Nicholas Pooran. Look out, folks. Buckle up. This over might have just as much fireworks as we saw previously. 100 meters. That 6. He's hitting with the wind, short side.
Goes very, very full. Can't quite get under it, but he can place it well enough.
That deserves a round of applause. That deserves some music as well. He's shown that he has power, and now he also has poise and finesse. A bit of a misfield helps him, but just uses the pace of the delivery. Look at the wrist, very quick hands.
But he generates so much power with those quick hands. That has cracked off the bat.
Yeah, the change in feel prior to that delivery sort of telegraphed the line that the Batman was going to bowl. Kruger rather. And Nicholas Pooran just set himself outside off stump and smacked a 110-meter sixer. That is some power from Pooran.
He's got a wicket. First international wicket for Kwena Mapaka, and he's ice cool. Only the beginnings of what we hope will be a long and illustrious career.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant for the young man. He's not given up the fight. He's hung in there, and that is what it means to the young man. He's on the board, Kwena Mapaka. He gets rid of the captain. Powell goes for 7. The West Indies 172 for 3.
And that should be the winning touch. Off the bat of Ruston Chase, but Nicholas Pooran will take many or much of the plaudits. But don't forget how Matthew Ford and company set this up with the ball after a wonderful recovery by that guy Stubbs. Beyond 14. And Kruger. But the West Indies achieved their highest successful run chase in the Caribbean for 7 years. Their second highest in the Caribbean overall. A win here by 7 wickets in Tarouba in South Trinidad at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy.
Alligators, I hope they needed to start well with batting and fantastic opening partnership to really propel the momentum. 75 runs that were scored in that power play that really set up this innings for the West Indies. Nicholas Pooran, wow, tell you what, once he got going, it was an exhibition, a 6-hitting exhibition from the classy left-hander.
Andre Berger, expensive in his one-over spells. Beyond 14 was taken to task in his final over, the one that he bowled anyway, by Nicholas Pooran. Quaina Mapaka, name 1 for 25. Othniel Batman, 2 for 30, was the outstanding bowler. So a summary of this first of 3 T20Is. West Indies winning by 7 wickets.